Hello and welcome back. This is the Gamer 2.0, and today we're going to be continuing on with Fallout New Vegas, and we've got a couple of things that I wanted to do before we start heading on to the next objective. So I wanted to go ahead and find these caves that could potentially have some extra resources. So let's go ahead, just take a look in here. Looks like we got some ants. So hopefully these guys aren't too difficult, but they are located in a place with a bunch of reds, so I don't really want to stick around here too long. See if I can't find this supply cache here. Bunch of food. So that one's done. And I guess that this is where they were keeping food for the Great Khans, because there's a bunch of ants in here. And all this radiation probably took regular ants and turned them into giant ones. Don't know how long exactly it probably took for them to get this way, but well, it looks like I got what I can out of here. Let's go ahead, head on out, and I'm gonna get some right away once I get out of here. Oh, let's see here. What am I doing on everything else? A little bit hungry, a little bit thirsty, a little bit tired. So, some Nuka-Cola should probably actually help that. And then, now that that's jumped my radiation up, we can go ahead, take that right away. I think we also got some radiated water, or was it just regular dirty water? Let's see here. Yeah, it was just dirty water. So that should take care of that, and then let's just eat something real quick to take care of some of that food. There we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and drink something so that I have a little bit of extra strength to continue carrying around all this stuff. So let's see here. I guess vodka could do it for now. Alright, we got one more cave that we can head into. I actually don't want to use my Embrace of the Mantis King, so I'm just going to switch over to a regular Power Fist.
Enough of that.
So actually, I did kind of look through some of my ingredients and recipes, and I found out that I do need Night Stalker blood if I want to make more Hydra. Just because I think that it's one of the most useful chems when it comes to kind of like getting some of my limb condition back after taking some damage. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and repair this up, and that'll drop me quite a few pounds of weight. With me finding all this Hydra just kind of laying around, it might not be that huge of an issue anyway. So I don't need the turpentine, but all of the dynamite and other explosives should be good. Some extra chems. And a bunch of extra food. I think this should do it for everything that we needed over in Bitter Springs. So once I return this to them, I should be all set. So let's see here. Nothing I need to repair. Wow, that trail mix does weigh quite a bit. It's 12 for 4. It's what, 3 per? Possibly take or eat that. Reduce some weight. There we go. Alright, now let's just head back down to Bitter Springs and we can submit all these extra items to them and hopefully get a nice reward of XP. Alright. And I'm over by 1 pound. So that should be everything that they needed, and hopefully we can move on from this area here.
First recon's at Camp Forlorn Hope. Now we've got a chance to hold it.
Salesman Weekly. I don't need a Salesman Weekly.
Oh, I've heard of you.
Alright, so these supplies are irradiated, but if we filter them with Rad-X, they'll be safe.
We do have some spare Rad-X in the supply tent. That might work. Thank you.
And I found another supply cache for the camp.
Again, thank you. This is a huge help.
Alright. Are things getting better at the camp now?
Thanks to your help, I think Bitter Springs has a real shot at surviving. I can't offer much of a reward, but know that the NCR is very grateful.
Well, I don't need any reward. Just keep these people fed and healthy.
That's very generous of you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm not exactly hurting on caps or anything, so taking anything is kind of unnecessary at this point. Alright, so now that we've got this whole situation taken care of, let's go ahead and head over to the Brotherhood of Steel. Let's see here. So Hidden Valley is where I want to go. So Quarry Junction is where a big nest of Deathclaws are, and I really don't want to have to deal with them. And I forgot I am carrying way too much. So Let's drink some scotch real quick. And then just fast travel up to Good Springs. Got some powder gingers over here.
Come on!
Go. Just jump back up to a Good Spring so that I can go ahead and unload all this stuff onto Chet here.
You looking to buy some supply?
Alright, so get rid of all of these explosives. Pick up an extra set of leather armor. I don't need all 5 of these. I think it's just 2. I think it's probably just 2 for what I need to make Hydra.
Give me a shout if you need anything.
Let's see.
You're making me carry the heavy
Veronica.
stuff, aren't you?
Hold on to my spare leather armor just in case I need to repair this one. And
You
then,
looking to buy some supply? And
do you have any upgrades that I could possibly want to use? Stuff for the hunting revolver. Yeah, nothing that I really need. Alright, well, let's see if we can't head on over to the Brotherhood of Steel and see if I can't get situated with them since I have Veronica, and then I can probably just let her go back to the 188. So I don't have to worry about her running around and possibly dying.
Uh-oh.
I don't typically come up to the Yangtze Memorial. I don't know if there's actually anything worth it around here. Some graves. But that's not really super necessary for me to really want to mess around with. Scorpion over there. I should be able to deal with one without an issue. Scorpion glands is really good for making casseroles or possibly a different dish that I could possibly use. Yeah, I don't really want to get too close to that crane equipment because that's going to take me directly into Quarry Junction. And I do not want to deal with the death claws that are hanging around there. Most of the normal ones aren't super bad, it's just the couple of not normal ones that are a huge pain to deal with.
Hold up. There are death claws all over the damn place north of here. I'd turn back if I were you. If you want to get to New Vegas, you're better off heading east from Primm and then looping north. It's a heck of a lot safer.
Alright, well, where'd the death claws come from?
They moved into the quarry after the powder gangers came through and made off with most of our dynamite. We shut the quarry down while we waited for the NCR to get us some more blasting sticks, but now the death claws have shown up. The NCR's a no-show, and my men and I have got nothing to do but sit on our asses all day. It's damn frustrating.
Alright, well, probably not right now, but I could take care of your Deathclaw problem.
I don't know what it is about you, but I think you could actually pull it off. Deathclaws are tough bastards, but you might be even tougher. Nobody here is any use to you in a fight against Deathclaws, but take these medical supplies. You'll probably need them. To do the job right, you've got to get rid of the pack leaders, the Mother Deathclaw and the Deathclaw Alpha Male. Should run the rest of them off.
Alright, well, have you had problems with Deathclaws before?
We'd see them occasionally, but they didn't seem too keen on getting too close to the quarry. Not sure if it was the noise or all the workers. I can't believe that an entire pack moved into the quarry. I thought that kind of bad luck only happened in New Vegas.
Alright, let's talk about something else.
Okay.
And goodbye.
If you insist on going north, don't be expecting a rescue when you get into trouble.
Alright, so... your leg appears to be injured. So, let's go ahead and clean the wound with some antibiotics, and then bind the injured leg. Alright. So, you should be good. And then... and here...
Jazz screwed up the coffee.
Let me ask you a question. What's the tastiest thing you've ever eaten?
Anything that wasn't made 200 years ago.
Ah, yeah. Can you believe some people still eat that stuff? Anyway, I've got this recipe for a Deathclaw omelet that I've been itching to try out. Trouble is, I need a Deathclaw egg. Kinda obvious, I suppose.
Alright, well, where did you come up with this recipe?
My great-aunt Rose ran a bed and breakfast back in California, in a town called Modoc. She's the one who created the recipe in the first place. I don't know how she managed to get a hold of a female Deathclaw, but she kept it in a shed. Aunt Rose had a steady supply of eggs for her omelets. At least, she did until some stranger came along and killed the Deathclaw. Shot it right in the eye.
Alright. Well, what are you offering in exchange for a Deathclaw egg?
I don't have much in the way of money, but I'd be willing to share the secret of the recipe.
Alright, well, where can I find one?
The quarry just north of here is full of Deathclaws, so there's bound to be an egg or two in there somewhere. Of course, a Deathclaw egg from anywhere will do. According to my Aunt Rose, those things have a ridiculously long shelf life.
Alright.
All right. Do you need anything to eat or drink?
Goodbye.
All right, then.
Again. Wouldn't drink it if I were you.
Alright, so do you have a place where I can cook something in here? Obviously, there's not a campfire.
back to work.
Yeah, I don't see a campfire anywhere around here. And I can't use these garbage can campfires to do anything, so let's just head on this way, and we can see about getting into where the Brotherhood of Steel is located.
Enough of that.
So luckily this place is only infested with bark scorpions and not regular red scorpions. So I don't normally go through that side, so what I normally head in through is right here.
Hold on, I've got this. I'd like a large atomic shake and a double Brahmin burger. And easy on the agave sauce this time.
We gave you a password, Veronica. It's for your safety.
I know where you live, Ramos. Open up.
For Pete's sake. Opening up. Welcome back, Veronica.
You know, I've been thinking. The real problem with the Brotherhood is that we isolate ourselves. Our training is top-notch, our technology gives us an advantage, but when it all comes down to it, we're losing because we shun the outside world. We always make enemies, never allies. We refuse to recruit outsiders, or see the value in their simpler technologies.
Alright. Well, none of that's going to change. It's part of the Brotherhood's identity.
I know the odds aren't good, but I gotta try. I can't lose them.
Alright.
See you around.
Listen up. I'm in charge of security around here, and I can't say I'm too happy about having an outsider waltzing around. But since you came in with Veronica, I'm inclined to cut you a little slack. Just behave yourself, and we won't have any problems, okay? Oh, and the Elder's going to want to talk to you. He's on the second level. Just take a right once you get down there. My office is right here in case you need anything. Just ask for Ramos.
Alright.
Looking sharp, Ramos.
So there's actually a couple different ways that you can get in. You can actually just throw on some of the Brotherhood of Steel power armor that's just kind of laying around, such as back when I was running through with the boomers
How may I
area.
assist you?
You can loot a set of power armor off of them.
Hey,
And there's another group that they're going to be in a facility that has a piece of high technology in it that will also have some paladin armor in there as well.
when Paladin Ramos informed me that Veronica was approaching with an outsider in tow, at first I didn't know what to think. After giving the matter some thought, however, I've decided that an outsider could be of use to me right now. However, I will not force you to help us. Should you refuse, you will be allowed to leave here, though you'd remain Veronica's responsibility. What do you say, outsider? Are you willing to help us?
Sure, I'll help you.
Then allow me to explain our situation. This bunker is currently locked down, allowing no entry or exit, with you being one of the few exceptions. In exceptional cases, teams are sent out to investigate sites or retrieve materials deemed too important to ignore. 3 such teams have gone missing recently, and the news of their disappearance has not yet been widely spread to avoid undue concern. In order to maintain the peace and adhere to the strictures of the lockdown, I need to send someone else to discover what happened to them.
Alright, well, I think I've already found one of your patrols. Both paladins were dead.
While that is disheartening news, there remains hope that the other 2 patrols may still be found alive.
Alright, well, I'll begin looking immediately.
I'm glad I can count on you. Oh, and one other thing. The patrols each had a holotape detailing their missions that you can use to track them. The shielding of the bunker prevents us from actively tracking them, but their positions should show up on your map once you get to the surface. Should our worst fears become realized, please bring back all 3 of the holotapes from the patrols. Otherwise, bring our brothers home. I've given the order that you be given access to some of the equipment our scouts and patrols have scavenged over the years. You won't be allowed to purchase any prohibited equipment, but hopefully some of what's available will prove useful to you.
Alright.
So, you're the outsider that's been given leave to wander around freely. Desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess. Name's Hardin. I'm the head paladin of this chapter, and I think we might be able to help each other out. I don't know what the Elder talked to you about, but I can tell you this chapter is in trouble. And he's at the center of it. Are you willing to listen to what I have to say?
Sure, go ahead.
As you may have already heard, this entire base is under a state of lockdown. No one goes out except small patrols at night. Most of the chapter has been sealed in here for years. And those few who were outside when the lockdown was initiated are forbidden from returning. Morale has plummeted as time has gone by. And many of our current paladins haven't seen combat outside of training simulations. And all because of the Elder's explicit order that no one be allowed in or out. The only way things will change is if a new Elder is installed.
Well, what about Veronica? She seems to come and go as she pleases.
Veronica's a special case. She handles the procurement of supplies. If we didn't let her and those like her back in, we'd all starve. If the Elder could manage it, he'd shut them out as well. And all in the name of security. Which is why we need to replace him.
Alright, well, how do you propose that?
I don't know. I've gone through our records dozens of times looking for a precedent regarding the dismissal of an Elder and come up with nothing. The people who are most likely to know how it could be done are also some of McNamara's strongest supporters, so they refuse to help me, which is why we're having this conversation. An outsider such as yourself would arouse less suspicion asking questions about such matters. The fact that the Elder has some tasks for you means his faithful won't suspect you, and you have a line open to the man himself. In short, you're in a perfect position to help me. Will you at least think about it?
Alright, I'll see what I can do.
That'll have to do. I'd recommend going to see Ramos first. As head of security, he's more familiar with our protocols than anyone else here. You could also try to find something relevant in our data store, though last I heard Scribe Ibsen is having a bit of a problem accessing it. And if McNamara should give you any tasks, I'd ask that you kept me abreast of them. Report anything you find to me, and we'll move from there.
Alright.
Pardon?
Veronica.
So, he basically wants to kind of take control because he doesn't like how all this stuff is being locked down for the idea of security. So let's see if I can't help them with their little issue here.
Look, this isn't a great time. Oh, what the hell. It's not like we're making any progress. I'm Ibsen, and I hope your day is going better than mine is.
Something wrong?
Yeah, I'm in charge of keeping this data system up and running, but accessing it is a little, touch and go at the moment.
Alright, well, why is that?
One of our exploratory patrols, back when we had exploratory patrols, found a data disk in some ruins out in the waste. Well, we finally got around to cataloging the damn thing and got shut out of our own data store the second it loaded. Turns out it had a virus on it.
A virus?
Yeah, some pre-war jackass with too much time on his hands apparently decided to inflict his misery on those around him. It's scrambling all the terminals here at the moment. Luckily, we only use this section for storing historical data.
Anything I can do to help?
I suppose it couldn't hurt to get another pair of eyes on this. Maybe you'll be able to come up with something coming at it fresh. While the entire system is infected, the virus itself is spread across 3 terminals. The problem is that it keeps moving periodically. We'll have it nailed down in a terminal or 2, only to have it jump to another set of terminals before we locate the 3rd.
I'm just short of science. Maybe I'll help another time.
I'm almost out of ideas.
So I am just barely short. Do I have a Programmer's Digest that I can read? I don't think so. The other thing is I can try to let the alcohol run out and then take Mentats, and that should get me to just enough to be able to do this. But as of right now, I will... Oh, there it is, actually. So... let's take a look at my skills. So... Science. Yeah, it's at 68, so definitely some Mentats should do it.
Yes, what is it? I could use some assistance.
There we go. Alright. So, can the virus's files be partitioned so that read access is only provided by the kernel administrator?
What? No, that's brilliant. It would let us seal a portion of the virus to a particular terminal, even when the other parts move.
Alright, I'll give it a try then.
Best of luck to you. I'll tell the others to take a break so they don't get in your way. Oh, and I'll keep track of when it jumps for you. To maximize your chances, wait for my signal before you begin. How may I assist you?
Alright, so come over here, Veronica. And you wait
Should
here.
have brought something to...
Hmm? Oh, it's you, Veronica. The virus just jumped. Find which terminals it went to.
Alright, so I don't really know the trick to this. So I believe there is a trick, but basically 2 terminals are going to be infected,
10 seconds.
and I need to figure out which ones it is. But both terminals typically are close to each other.
Damn, it's jumped. I thought we might have had it that time.
Alright.
Hey,
Did you want to try ice? All right. The virus just jumped. Find which terminals it went to. Seconds.
Alright, so that's 1, 2.
Damn, it's jumped. I thought we might have had... Did you want to try ice? The virus just jumped. Find which terminals it went to.
Okay, so with the partition, I don't have to worry about the two that it was already set up in.
That's it. We got it. The virus has been purged.
Oh,
Alright.
You actually did it. If you don't mind my saying so, I didn't think you had a chance in hell of pulling it off. But I'm glad to be wrong for once. Thank you, my friend. Please feel free to access the data store at your leisure. I'm only allowed to give you access to non-classified topics, but it's better than nothing, right?
Alright. How do I get access to more topics in the data store?
Well, you'd have to get a senior-level member of the chapter to unlock a topic for you. I've given you access to what I can, but that's not much. The majority of topics fall under Ramos's aegis, since they'd constitute a security risk. Good luck getting anything out of him. You might have better luck with another member of the senior staff. Try talking to them about it.
Alright.
Bye.
Yeah, I don't really want, because if I go with, I believe it's Harden, which is
There was a
the,
huge explosion east of the Colorado a little while ago.
the guy that
Does
wants to
NCR
kind
have
of
any
take
knowledge
over.
about where that might be?
If I go with him, then he wants to send patrols back out into the Mojave, and I don't really want that if I'm gonna be doing a more Legion style of run, because
Hey.
I don't really want to kill them, but I want to make sure that they're gonna be kind of stuck inside their bunker, not really coming out to cause problems, which is what they're kind of doing right now. Which is actually kind of the way that I prefer it to be.
Hello?
Let's see here. Well, let's see if I can go pick up the pistol mission over here in the firing range area.
The word came down from the Elder that I'm to offer you some of our lesser wares. As if I didn't have other matters on my mind.
Alright, anything I can help with?
If you must know, my inventory check this week shows that our weapon count is one short. Somehow we're missing a laser pistol. Harden will have my head if I don't find that weapon soon. I can't delay my report to him any longer.
Alright, well, I can look around for the pistol.
If you happen to find it, bring it here right away. I might be able to throw a few supplies your way if you do.
Alright.
Have you found it?
Sorry, I haven't found it yet. I just want to see what you got for sale, so... She does have a ballistic fist on her. But the grease lightning is really kind of more what I want. But it is expensive. So... I do believe that I have a couple of things that I can trade to make it a little bit cheaper. Don't really want to trade any of my aid. But I will take the grease lightning, and that's going to put a huge dent in my funds.
Give me a shout if you... Bye.
hey, Torres.
But
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
I'm going to hand that over to her, because she is going to get a lot of use out of that, with it being as fast as it is.
There was a huge explosion east of the Colorado a little while ago. Does the NCR have any...
Right. So, let's take a look at the data pad I was given. Alright, so talk to the paladin in charge of the firing range so that I can find out who was the last person to take it out.
Welcome to the range.
Right. Do you know anything about the weapon that's gone missing?
Torres must be getting desperate if she's accepting help on this one. I'll tell you what I told her.
My records show that Initiate Stanton was the last to check it out, but checked it back in a day later.
Alright, see you later. Alright, so let's head over to this Initiate and see if we can't get some info out of him. So normally they kind of hang out in this room. I don't see any of them. Because they typically are a small group that kind of hangs together.
Hello, outsider.
There he is.
Yes, can I help you?
Right, so you were the last one to check out the missing laser pistol, right?
Oh, man. I told Watkins this wasn't going to work. Look, Watkins and I snuck out one day. She said it'd be a training exercise. Said she heard from a guy on one of the patrols that there was a gulch just southeast of here with scorpions in it, and that we had to check it out. There were scorpions out there, all right. We started using them for target practice, but before we knew it, the damn things were all around us. So we made a run for it, and in all the commotion, I dropped my pistol. Watkins keeps urging me to go back and get it, but that's not going to happen. You can go outside, though, can't you? You can return the pistol to Torres and clear this whole thing up for me.
Fine, I'll find the gun for you.
Great. When you find it, just turn it into Torres and I'll be in the clear.
Yeah. Alright. So the laser pistol actually is not super far away from here. But it is absolutely surrounded by like 15 or 16 scorpions. Which, as Veronica is now, shouldn't have an issue because with Grease Lightning that's going to majorly increase her attack speed. I don't believe this has a quest marker for it. Yeah, this doesn't have a quest marker, so it's just kind of like you have to go out and try to figure out where it's at. But it's just like a small little side mission here. Yeah, it's filled with the big scorpions, not the little bark ones.
That's enough of that.
Alright, Veronica, help me
Ooh,
out
got
here.
something good for me? Is it a dress?
Hold on to these eggs and meat for me. And I think that should do it for now. So yeah, so this is the gulch they were talking about. Oops. Just impact. Use another stim pack. Alright. Yeah, so I'm gonna start coming out of the woodwork here.
For the Brotherhood!
only seems to be the bark scorpions. It doesn't seem to really be any of the regular rad scorpions. Guys are starting to hurt, so let's eat some food, because I would like to not end up dying on this mission to grab some small little laser pistol. Oh, I've got 15 steaks on me. Alright, let's eat some of these steaks. Why are you using the...
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
What happened? Where did the grease lightning go? Why are you carrying sporks? Did you drop my weapon? Alright, well...
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
Alright, well, I don't know why she doesn't have my weapon that I just paid a whole bunch of money for. Yeah, she just dropped it. I guess that'll show me for trying to give her a decent weapon that she can use. Is it like damaged or something? No, it's in perfect condition. Alright, well... Here, I'll give you my regular one.
Is it a dress?
There. Now, don't drop that one. That one actually does more damage than the Grease Lightning one does.
You're making me carry the hem.
Alright, still have it. Alright, well... That is weird. I have never seen them drop something that wasn't some kind of faction style armor. Because normally you can't give your companions faction armor. They'll just automatically drop any faction armor that you give them. So I don't know why she just threw away the grease lightning. I hate traveling around this area at night. Just because it's real easy to kind of get turned around because they've got this sandstorm that starts blowing. And it's difficult to see the entrance. Because it's on the bottom side of a hill, so if you're looking at it from the back, you just kind of can't see it. But let's turn in this pistol. I wonder if I should try to give it back to the kids first. I don't see Staunton in here. Oh well.
Hello? I really hope you can find that.
Right. Well, it looks like I can't give it back to him. So let's go ahead and just turn it into her.
Have you found it?
Got it right here.
Oh, thank God. Hardin was about to start an inquiry into the whole affair, and more than a few heads would have rolled as a result. Since you helped me, I'll tell you what. I work on some of our busted weapons in my spare time, so I have a few pieces that are kept off the books. Here, take this. I hope it comes in handy.
Alright.
Bye.
So she just gave me a tri-beam laser rifle, which is actually pretty good. But she didn't give me any ammo for it, and it's an energy weapon which I am not going to be using, so I'm just going to sell it back to her.
Hi there.
And see if I can't sell some of that thin red paste, because I don't need all of that. I'm already carrying around just a ton of food.
Thanks.
Alright. So that's that small little unmarked mission out of the way. And next up, we're gonna go ahead and see if I can't find a campfire to see if I can get some tanned hides, because I know that if I can tan fire gecko hide, green gecko hide, and golden gecko hide, I should be able to basically like buff up my reinforced leather armor a little bit more. So I know that the Good Spring source should have one. Right here. Alright. I can make some party time mentats. It's actually really, really good. Do I tan the gecko hide here? I do. But I need turpentine and white horse nettle. I want to get that because I can then get this, which will give me a bunch of resistances on top of my reinforced leather armor. But I don't have any turpentine, and I have not been picking it up. I can also make Hydra, so what exactly do I need to make Hydra? So I just need some cave fungus. Alright, so cave fungus I might be able to just kind of buy out and around. So party time mentats are fantastic because that gives me +5 to my charisma. Let's go ahead and make 2 salads. Alright, that should be all that I need for now. Alright, so let's go back to Good Springs and... because I only need a single hide, so let's go ahead and make most of these into belts so that I can sell them and see if we can't possibly get some turpentine and horse nettle.
You looking to buy some
Alright, so the horse nettle would probably be under aid, but it doesn't look like he has any. And turpentine would be under misc. He's got a toaster, but no turpentine. Alright, well, that sucks for me. But we can sell them all, deliver their belts that I have. I don't think I need Dandy Boy apples for anything. Neither do I need the fancy lady snacks either.
Give me a shout if you need anything.
Alright. Are you still holding onto my gauntlet?
Ooh, got something good.
Yes, she is. Okay. Alright, so the next closest place that I can think of that will have some stuff for me is going to be right here in Prim. And I'm going to have a quick conversation with Nash before he goes
Hey
to bed.
there, youngster.
Alright, so does not have any horse nettle. And no turpentine either. Alright, well that sucks. But I might be able to go back into the Vicky Advance Casino. And it might be open for business now.
I keep hearing about some courier making a fuss.
Certainly is.
Welcome to Vicky and Vance. Can I help you with an exchange?
Alright, so let's get some caps and chips.
Here's your chip.
And
It's over at the strip. Must have
I
delivered
don't know if
more
this
than
one
just mail.
has roulette. It does. Alright, so it's got both blackjack and roulette. And the slot machine's good. Alright, so I can make some money back here. Alright. Everything looks good. Alright. So that'll be it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe if you so choose. And I look forward to seeing you all on the next episode.